Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Saturday, November 30th, 8:32 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, 2024, as I record this, ending the week and getting ready to start a new week. And to me, the new week starts on Sunday because the futures market opens up on Sunday. I absolutely just have this fascination with trading crude oil. And I keep something set up like this to not just trade crude oil, but to sometimes trade anything. But for some reason, I got this thing with crude oil. So it gives me a very quick glance at what's going on in the big picture. Got a 2 year monthly chart up here and 1 year weekly here, 3 month daily here, 30 days, 12 hours, 15 days, 6 hours, 10 days, 3 hours, 3 days, 1 hour, 1 day, 15 minutes, 1 day, 5 minutes. And I will be completely honest with you, this goes against everything that anyone I've ever learned from has taught me to do. However, I'm doing it anyways. Should you do it? I don't know. I think if anything of what you should do is at some point make decisions for yourself. And as long as they are in your best interest, how would you know if they're in your best interest? Well, if you have some goals and you're defining what is in your best interest by is it meeting these goals, then, you know, go for it. If it works for you, if it doesn't, you just follow what other people tell you to do. You ultimately really have to decide what it is you're going to do. And I have let's pull this up right over here. I've got a simple moving average, a 20 days simple moving average on this color. And then I have an exponential moving average at 9 on this color. I learned that from somebody else. I'll keep that source anonymous, but what does it matter? What does the source matter? You got the goods. This is kind of a fast system of looking at what's going on. I do a lot of trading off from in this what time frame? Kind of like in the sometimes the 5 minute time frame. I do a lot of trading off the 5 minute time frame. To be completely honest with you, when I'm actually just like buying and shorting this future contract, I do a lot of trading off the 5 minute uh chart, and then when I'm selling options, I could possibly use a combination of weekly, daily chart. Maybe going to sell options at anywhere from as far out as 45 days to as close as 1 to 3 days. So it all kind of depends on the situation. But what I personally like to do with this sort of chart setup is I got a good idea of what's going on in this big picture, and then I'm looking at this as a really big picture, but I get it. We could go to like maybe quarterly charts, semi-annual charts, yearly charts to get a bigger picture. But this is okay. And before I started focusing on just this 2 year, I holy moly, where to go? I got pretty used to looking at something like this. Come on, there we go. Not this. Oh, I got this new computer and I just think maybe it doesn't have enough computing power to run Thinkorswim the way I particularly like running it. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Monthly. So I've been getting used to crude oil for a while. And when I was first getting used to it, or any particular thing I'm going to start trading, I will get pretty comfortable with like this 15-year monthly chart. Now, if the underlying asset hasn't been trading for that long, let's say like something like this one, not trading as long. Look at that. Oh, not even. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 months worth of data, right? Okay, so we wouldn't be able to have as much with that, but we got a 5-year weekly, we got a 1 year daily, boom, and then I hit the 6 months. So I really enjoy getting used to the personality or the history of a particular of whatever I'm going to be trading. I like to look at it. In you see oil right now. Let's pull this up. So here it is trading around here, but look at this. Boom. Look at that. Going back to about 15 years, almost in the same spot. Up and down. Well, went up a lot here, but boom, back down here. And then we got 5 years on the weekly. And obviously, I think it's obvious. Let me, just in case it's not, let me just make it obvious for you. One of these candles, a completed candle, we're almost done with the month of, when does this month, when does this month get over? Let me check over here. All right, tomorrow's December 1st. So we basically, we have 4 weeks here. 4 weeks in this candle, 4 weeks in this candle. Here's our four. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you probably already know this. But if we have three candles here, then 3 times 12, excuse me, 3 times 4, that's how many candles that we'd be looking at. So this is a smaller time frame. That's a bigger time frame. Then we break it down into this daily, going back for 1 year. We've got a 200-day moving average on here. So I'll get used to get myself really familiar with what's the bigger picture, and then when I'm whatever asset I'm going to be trading a lot or building a position in, I like to look at it. I like to be paying attention to it on these different time frames. Oh, I apologize. This is not it. Look at this. This is what is this? It is it. It's just the wrong. No, it is. I don't even know what I got. Oh, okay. Here's what we got going on. These are just what are these 3 month dailies? And I got this one labeled over here. This is a flexible grid. Got it labeled as Fang. The Fang stocks, Google. What's been going on with Google? Let's take a look at that a little later. I want to get back to right over here. This month to boom. Yeah. I like looking at on this time frame or these different time frames. So I got my big picture, and then more of a medium term picture. And then we start getting to the smaller time frame in the daily. Maybe a day isn't a small time frame to you, but compared to a month or a week, a day is pretty small. There's obviously 5 trading days on average in one of these candles. So we got this, and then we start breaking down these daily candles. 12 hours, 6 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. And what this has been really helpful for me to do is when I'm trading off, let's say the 5 minute chart, I have an idea of where is pressure being put. So for example, we got this uh exponential 9 exponential moving average crossed under this 20 SMA. And we see a red candle here. We see traded all the way up here, but pressure is pushing down, right? It's kind of going down this. You see this 20 SMA in a downward slope. Maybe it's bottoming out a little bit, but we're not we really can't say this is a bull trend. It's more of a sideways to down trend, right? So pressure kind of going sideways to down in the really big picture. What about in the like medium term picture? Same thing. Look at that pressure going down. Okay, kind of starting to go sideways now, but we see the past trend, it's been down. We got like this M formation right here. Look at how this if we were to draw a line, womp, womp, meow, right? And then this peak of the M is significantly higher than this peak. Broke right here, right around here, kind of had this resistance right in here, broke and went down here. So now we're back down to the spot again. So what is this showing? Pressure this way. Same thing with the daily, right? Pressure to that. Boop. All right, pressure down. So what does that tell me? That tells me, well, look at that, pressure down. It gives me an idea that if, let's say during this uptrend right here on the 5 minute chart, how strong might this be? How far might it go up? If in the big picture, medium, kind of starting the smaller picture, if all the pressure is pushing down, how strongly can this push up? Then I'll take a peek at I kind of look at the 15, the 5 and the 15 kind of together, but obviously they're two separate charts. But there's 15 minute, excuse me, 5 minute, geez, 3 5 minute periods and one 15 minute candle. So these candles are going to get formed faster than these. However, it only takes three of these to form this, right? Then you're going to have four of these to form this, right? So you get it. We can go down, we can go up, but it's all kind of the same thing from a different direction. And it just gives me a little bit of idea that when I'm going to be trading, if I am trading this uptrend here, how far is it going to go? Can look up here, see where there's support and resistance. Look over here, see where there's support and resistance. And overall, what's this doing? If this is pushing down, and this is on a 6 hour chart, and the looks like the 3 hours getting ready to turn over. We got the 12 hour already turned over. So how far is it going to go? Well, we got some support here. We see where the support is here. It's a little bit of trading range. So that's what I like to do. I guess I can do it better than I can explain it, but I really like that. And I like to use these flexible grids setup. We looked at the Fang. I take a look at these. It's not that I'm necessarily trading them. Sometimes I do, but I really will uh, I will pay attention to them because they just kind of appear to have a lot of impact of what's going on in the whole equities market. So it's not anything like really, I can't quote what prices they are like off the top of my head or anything like that. I might have a rough idea or I might not, depending on which one it is and what other things I might have been focused on. But I've been keeping these on 3 months, 1 day. I got the same moving averages set up here. And it lets me just get a kind of quick and dirty idea of what's going on. And I also like to look at, I got that one pulled up as equities. These are different stocks that I have interest in for this, that, or the other reason. And obviously, I like to keep this average volume indicator pulled down, and Thinkorswim is always bringing it to that size. Maybe I should just accept the fact that it's going to do that. Uh, I keep hoping one day that if I save it with those settings, it will save as such, but I don't think it's working. And I think this computer is just slower. So, boo. Anyways, I guess until that, it's going to let me change. What could we look at here? Okay, Intel. I like to trade Intel, and one reason why I like to trade Intel is, oh, I see what's going on. I got two computer screens over here. We got save on the side. Sorry about that. I like to trade Intel, and one reason why I like to trade Intel, it's one of the stocks that I will trade is okay. Obviously, I already let you know I like to trade crude oil. WTI crude oil, that ticker symbol. It's a futures contract that I trade the options on this future, and I will just trade the future. I will I'll do the wheel strategy on it. I'll not do the wheel strategy on it. I'll pretty much try to do anything I could possibly do with crude oil because I just absolutely love that crude oil. And I also I like to trade. I like to do the wheel strategy on Intel. And sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I go through different phases with it. But one reason why I like to do it, let me just randomly grab 33 days here, is it generally has a pretty good amount of activity. Here you got the open interest, you got the volume. You can also, one thing I had learned from um, her name is not DeCarly trading. One thing that I had learned from her is the probably the best way to gauge liquidity of an underlying asset and the options of it are how tight is the bid ask spread. That the open interest and volume are yeah, they're just not as accurate. Whether that's true or not, probably is. She's a lot better at the stuff than I am. However, I can look at all three. I don't have to limit myself. So I like Intel. I like trading on Intel to for whatever I feel like doing. And so boom, I'll get an idea of what's the big picture of Intel. And then especially with selling options for whatever I'm might be wanting to do. Do I want to get assigned? Do I not want to get assigned? Do I don't care? Do I care? Oh, am I neutral? And so I get an idea of what's going on, and then eventually I'll probably pull up something like this. Probably pull up something like this probability cone, and I might look at bounce back and forth, looking at some dates here of what. Well, let's say if I wanted to be in this like around 20 day range. Maybe I look at, let's say, just to randomly grab something, let's say 21. Let's just say 21. And how many days was that? 19. Got to go figure out. Oh, okay, that is December 20th. So I keep this cross point scope down, whatever it is. I'll find 20th down here. Okay, where is it? Right, somewhere in there. Kind of find where it is. Now I look at 21. Oh, look at that. I see that 21 is boom below, right? See this cone of probability? So just by this statistic, this gives me a good idea that that option should expire worthless. Another way I can kind of gauge that is by looking at the delta on 21. It's got about a roughly a 9% chance of expiring worthless, and then the actual probability of in the money, it's right around there, right? Delta is it's kind of a secondary function to figure out the probability of it expiring in the money or out of the money. Pretty accurate in there. Sometimes I like to look at the probability of touching it. Look at that. Oh wow, just a lot of liquidity here, and it just happens to be, look at that big bid ask spread, really tight. So that's enough about that. Okay, so that's what I like to do. Intel 4, MO, great dividend stock. You got to look into it yourself. When it comes to dividend stuff, like I'm not the wizard on explaining dividend stuff, but I am pretty aggressive on buying. And to make it really clear as I go forward in developing this YouTube channel, anytime that I make it sound like I'm doing something in real life, asset protection says I don't own anything. It's all paper trading. Okay, so uh, Altria, whatever, however you say it, smoke cigarette stock, MO right there. You can check that out. See if you like the dividends in there. See if you like the option chain, whatever. It's up to you. It's not up to me. You don't have to be 21 to trade the stock. Even if you live in the state of Hawaii where you got to be 21 to smoke cigarettes, you can still be a tobacco owner at 18, as far as I know. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I don't even play one on TV or anything like that. I don't even pretend to be a lawyer or cop on YouTube. I'm just pretending to be a stock guy. Microsoft, I kind of got a sweet spot for selling credit spreads. Sneak in some naked options in there. Maybe we'll see. No, you never know. But oh yeah, some of the Meta. Ooh, that's a. I guess it expired. I had something, but it's gone. It's expired now. Um, and so what I'll do is I might swap these out from time to time. Right now, I really probably should swap this to maybe something else. Maybe I leave it, whatever. J&J. I like Johnson& Johnson. Johnson& Johnson was one of the first kind of forever stocks that I had ever really learned about. Going back to 2012, I started kind of falling in love with Johnson& Johnson being one of these dividend kings, dividend aristocrats. I know you guys would probably skewer and Barbie me for not saying the right thing. I probably don't even know what the right thing of skewer and Barbie is, but I'm just telling you, the one thing that I know for sure that I fell in love with Johnson& Johnson around 2012. And so I remember when that when that little Johnson& and Johnson was trading for around $60 a share, and now it's all the way up here to 155. Ooh, look at it, got up there to 170. So what do I do with Johnson& and Johnson? I'm not telling you. I'm keeping that a secret. Coca-Cola, this is another one that I like to kind of maybe wheel strategy, kind of maybe hold forever, kind of have some fun with dividends. It's like I heard someone say Coca-Cola is not so much of a business anymore. It's more like a trust. And who is that someone? I can't remember. And what I decided to do with this channel is just not give a rip about remembering who I heard say what. I know I messed that up with DeCarly, but I first started learning stock market stuff going back to 2007. And as you can see, we're in 2024. So I heard a lot of people say a lot of stuff. I can't remember who everybody was. Sometimes I can. Well, one thing that I'm thankful for is I have really usually remembered what they said. And I can remember their face sometimes faster than I can remember their name. But we got X here, some steel. You know why? Because steel probably not going away. No obsolescence risk with some steel. All right, Dow. Dow, look at Dow has been on downward trend. Dow is one of these stocks that I kind of started liking because the Cash Flow Academy, Andy Tanner and the boys over there, they keep talking about it, and I obviously I said I'm not going to drop any names, and I'm not. I didn't forget I ever said that. And Cal Maine, everybody's got to eat. Everybody wants some eggs. You know what I'm saying? I remember when this thing was back around 40 or 50, selling some cash secured put options on that. It's ripped up over here. Not bad. So I like to have this, and maybe I'll change them out depending on what's going on. If I get tired, if I want to trade something else, maybe I'll put Microsoft in here. Maybe I'll put Meta in there. Whatever. So I got something that some stocks that I kind of watch often, like this one I would tend to pay attention to. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one can get switched out. But these other ones I'm pretty much a fan of. And then I got my anything tab right here. And you can make your own anything tab too. You put anything in there, whatever. Hey, you want to check out this? Hey, not bad, not bad. Close end fun. You can check out some of those. Stephen Bavaria, not dropping names, not introducing you to the income factory. But if you find it on your own, go for it. I could delete this and let me show you. I'm not gonna delete it yet, but I could delete it. I could click this button right here, boom, go down to delete, and bam, I can delete any of those. I really like Thinkorswim. I like how this is they recently changed this since Charles Schwab bought this out. You can do this now. Put these different tickers up here. Got my crude oil up here. Boom, buy or sell. Right, sell a single. Well, you want to buy a single, buy a calendar, whatever. So obviously, I'm watching this. I'm not telling you why I'm watching it, but you can obviously see I'm watching it. And don't worry about these numbers because I don't worry about those numbers. It's all fictitious. It's paper trading. I'm just learning how to do stuff. So speaking of learning how to do stuff, bam, Walmart practicing a calendar spread here. So we got like a longer dated put option that I'm long on. Plus one, I bought it. Got 82 days left of expiration. I'm not really concerned with the profit and loss here because it's my protection of this one. Selling a shorter term put, and so far, all right, Walmart. I paid 155.66 for this right here. Gotta add that 66 cents. The first contract that expired last Friday that I sold, I brought in after commissions or whatever, 42.35. I have to add this one here. Trade price was 41. Let's see if we can figure this out. Go over to account statement. All right, taking a while to populate. Let's go over here. Where is that? Where is it? It's got to be in here somewhere. Boom, there it is. Sold 41. Okay, so 41 bucks. Let's break out the handy dandy calculator. You got a handy dandy calculator in here? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Boom, we got it in there. So, okay, now I've taken extremely high levels of algebra and statistics and trigonometry and any other math forms that there are out there. Have you heard of the movie A Beautiful Mind and all these other math movies? Well, they're actually made after me. Even the movies that were made about math before I was born, they were made about me because I'm such a powerful math wizard that everyone in Hollywood, they just like it was prophesized that I was going to be born and do all this math. So watch this math. Watch me impress you with my math. Okay, I got 41 minus 65 minus 2 cents. Watch this. I'm just going to put in 67 because it's 5 plus 2 minus 67 cents. Boom. All right. Okie dokie. Whoopsie. I might be a math wizard, but I'm definitely not a keyboard wizard. 40.33. All right, and I'll just keep tallying it up, keeping dabs on it, tabs on it, dabs on it. I don't know what that is, but let's see if I can get it over 155 before before this hunky dory long put option expires. Now, what if good old Walmart here starts doing a WMT? All right. What if it starts doing a downward trend? Ooh, you know why I don't think it's going to do a downward trend? Look at that. Look at these moving averages, like choo-choo tracks. Look at that. Wow. How far is it going to go? I don't know. But what if it really starts going down, down, down? What if it really starts going down? I guess it would depend how far, how fast. Honky dory. Look at that. Boom. What a monthly candle, right? Isn't that pretty amazing? Alrighty here. Let's get over here. Take a look at this, where we got some moving averages set up. I don't know how far it would have to fall down for how long. No real clue. But hopefully what will happen is I will be able to exit out of this at a profit, whether it's because of the good old theta decay, or it just happens to be that timing it or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully, we don't lose any money out of the short put, but if we do, maybe it's not that much. And then this, as Walmart goes down, should go up in value. Of course, we're not gaining money due to time on this. Would be losing money, losing value at least. And there's a way to calculate how far it's got to go. Like right now, it looks like it's going to be for every dollar that the underline of Walmart would go down, this should be increasing. I'm guessing around what would it be, about 19 cents? I think, because I think these are actually multiplied by the multiplier of 100. But Paul, Thinkorswim, ask your mentor's mentor, do whatever you got to do. Double check me. This is just simulated paper trading. That's that's about it. What else am I simulating? I think I got what do we got? Oh, testing out, just doing some short options over here. I think this is about a, was it a 5 delta? Eh, don't know if it was a 5 delta when I originally sold it. Can't quite remember. One thing that I am going to practice doing is get better on documenting what the what the heck I'm doing and for why. Boom, here's my position right here. Got 40 days to expiration, 555 strike, about an 8 delta, allegedly. Does that match up over here? About an 8 delta. You know, who knows? It's close. It's right around there. Why why pinch pennies and split hairs if I can just figure out how to make money? You know what? And I know the answer to why pinch pennies and split hairs, but nonetheless, gotta I personally am gonna work with what I got instead of complaining about what I don't have. Anyways, Meta, what do we got? What do we got? Is that well, golly gee willikers. Let's take a peek stir. Can we do a peekaboo at this? Let's see. Hit up this analyze. Analyze. Get out of there, spiders. We're bringing in the metamorpho. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Iron condor. Hey, boy, you see that iron condor flying above? All right. Buying power effect. $1,000. What do we got going on? When are these expiration dates? Holy guacamole. Way out there in 2026. Let's take a look at that. All right. It's not 40. Oh, down here, look at that. 700, a 747. We got a 747 Iron Condor on the hands at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Get back over to the right spot. There we go. So, in the next 747 days, as long as Meta stays above this price and below this price, we got a weird curve in there. Why is that? Make some money. What's it at right now? I'm just playing around with it. I'm taking an options trading course right now, and the teacher he loves doing these leap spreads and stuff like that. I've seen this go up to like a $33 profit one time. It's wavering around. One thing that I like that I'm attempting to find a stock that I want to trade, uh, something similar to oil. And what do I mean by that? Like with oil, I pay attention to it all the time. No matter what, no matter how oil is trading, I usually can figure out a way to put some sort of strategy on it and make at least a couple bucks. And so I want to find an underlying asset to just like be putting on and taking off some sort of spreads, whether they're just whether the calendars or whether it's iron condors or just regular spreads or and just to be clear between you and I, my friend, I don't really give a rip about the names of these things. Like, if I can make money, that's great. So if I say anything here that you're like, that's not the right name of that, that's actually not it. You know, well, you can do the YouTube Nazi thing on me. It's all good. I don't really care. What I really care about is, am I personally able to pay my bills trading? I don't really give a rip about the name because the right name, the wrong name doesn't put money in my account. And without money in my account, I can't fill up my gas tank. So I don't really care if I got the right name or wrong name, as long as I'm making the right deposit into my account and it's not being going into someone else's account. With that being said, uh, it's about 33, 34 minutes and a 1 second that I've been flapping these flapping these lips here. And I think I'm going to be wrapping it up. There was no real agenda, and there's only one agenda at this. I guess there's two agendas at this YouTube channel. One agenda is I want to make friends. I want to have some friends because I just love these financial markets. I absolutely, absolutely love these financial markets. And I feel that I want to have a lot more people in my life that I can have fun talking about these financial markets. So, this YouTube channel, one big thing for this is me putting myself out there and attempting to let my real personality shine through. And if you would like to have a friend like myself in your life, you can watch these YouTube videos and figure out, oh, this guy really irritates me, or you know what, this is someone that would like to talk shop with. Shop being us, the financial markets. And so that's really goal number one. And goal number two, which it might look like goal number one because it's the name of the channel, paper trading is cool. There's a big, I noticed when it comes to the markets that people use this term, paper trader, time waster. Well, how come people don't say that about hitting a speed bag? Speed bag, boxer, time waster. How come they don't say that about the heavy bag? How come when Alex Pereira is kicking the pads, they don't say Alex Pereira is wasting his time? Why is it only in the financial markets that you waste time when you train and when you practice? How many people made it to the Olympics without training and practicing? I don't know. Maybe there's somebody. Let me know. I don't know. Me personally, when I was a little, just a little whippersnapper back in karate class, we were training and practicing. So for me personally, training and practicing, I've been training and practicing when I was a little kid. Since I was a little kid, whether it was karate class or whether it was holding a wooden club in my hand and trying to bludgeon a ball as someone pitched it at me and I was aiming for the fences. Before I ever got there to be against the pitcher from the other team, we were training and practicing. When I went to jujitsu class, guess what we did? We trained and practiced. That's what we did. When I was in the Marine Corps, we trained and practiced. So why is it such a negative thing to train and practice when it comes to the financial markets? Woo! You feel me? I think even Ric Flair will probably train and practice. So that's it. That's the agenda for this YouTube channel. Everything else I could kind of give a rat's tail end about. And 30 going on 37 minutes right now. If you made it, if you watch this whole thing, uh, I have no idea. Just if you watch this the whole thing, then you either like it or you don't like it. I don't have a clue, but I'm gonna get this uploaded so I can go off and do something else. See you later.